This is a video I've been scared to make.
This is your brain on drugs.
And a sudden urge to wear sunglasses at night.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
Good people don't smoke marijuana.
Say no to drugs and say yes to life.
In 5th grade, a police officer came to our class and we watched videos like these.
Marty badly cut the inside of his mouth, though he didn't even know it at the time.
Soon, you'll be taking all sorts of measures to get your fix. People will start calling you names like Pothead or Smoky McBongwater.
We were told that if you take any drug, it'll kill you. And if you take drugs, you could kill your friends or your family too. Just
say no.
After I completed the class, they gave me this shirt. I liked them large when I was a kid, so now it fits me perfectly. Just 2 weeks after I graduated from the DARE program, I was given lithium to help treat with my depression. A doctor gave me lithium, and I got so sick off of the lithium, I missed the next 7 months of school. Now, besides antidepressants, I've never taken any drugs. I actually avoid caffeine. That's a drug, guys. I never had a drink. I've been terrified because that's a depressant. And you get what I'm saying? That's kind of where my mindset's at. That's where I've been at. Now, at the end of 2016, someone sent me an article saying that after just 1 dose of magic mushrooms in a therapeutic setting, it was helping people with depression and other mental health disorders. Wait.
Smoky McBongwater.
Don't smoke marijuana.
Say no to drugs.
I spent my entire life avoiding this stuff, and I'm not going to let some hippie burnout who has a computer try and convince everybody that Johns Hopkins University. I read articles, I read research papers, I went to MAPS and read everything on their website. I went to the Hefner Institute, I read books on psychedelics, I listened to every podcast I could find on psychedelics and mental health. I watched a lot of documentaries, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I started this journey back in November of 2016, and now it's July 2017. 8 months with this obsession of trying to prove that these drugs are bad and someone's trying to just hurt people and push their agenda. Here's what I found. Psilocybin, the active ingredient in magic mushrooms, helps cancer patients with their anxiety and their depression. With people who have cluster headaches, it massively reduces the amount of cluster headaches they have. It had a success rate of 80% of helping people quit smoking. Similar results for alcohol too. It also helped people who have OCD. It helped with their obsessive compulsive disorder. But it wasn't just psilocybin and magic mushrooms that were helping people. Here's what I learned about MDMA, also known as ecstasy. 83% of individuals who suffered from PTSD, like veterans, rape survivors, etc., who underwent MDMA therapy, no longer met the criteria for PTSD, and benefits were maintained an average of 3 to 8 years. I also learned about ibogaine. I've never heard of ibogaine, but here's some of the interesting research that we found with ibogaine. Used in a psychotherapy setting can help people get over addiction from opioids. The most interesting for me is that ibogaine significantly reduces the withdrawal symptoms. So if you're addicted to painkillers and the withdrawal symptoms are just too much, you can do a treatment with ibogaine within a therapeutic setting, and you can get off of these things with skipping the withdrawal symptoms. Why did I never hear about this? And maybe the most famous of all of these is marijuana. I'll just list a few of these, but it's helped patients with PTSD, pain, seizures, epilepsy, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So these things can help people? So here's why it took so long, because I can't believe this stuff is out there helping people, and we're not hearing about it. And why aren't we hearing about it? Now, I still haven't done any psychedelic drugs, and I don't recommend you run out to a concert, find somebody who has mushrooms. I need a ton of mushrooms so I can fix my OCD. No. But here's what I want to bring attention to. Schedule 1 drugs or substances or chemicals are defined as drugs with no currently accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. Some examples of Schedule 1 drugs are heroin, LSD, marijuana, ecstasy is a Schedule 1, meth, peyote. Drugs with no currently accepted medical use. Didn't I just say a whole list of things that these were medically helping? Now, because these are Schedule 1 substances still, which doesn't make any sense why marijuana is up there with heroin. I just don't quite understand that one. The MAPS and the Hefner Institute are jumping through all these governmental hoops to be able to do research on it. And because they are doing research on it, it's showing that these have a place. These have a potential place to help people. Here's the point. I was ignorant and I was I was terrified. I'm still terrified to put this video out because of the stigma. I'm just as scared as I was putting this video out as I was talking about mental health for the first time and talking about my mental health for the first time. But because of those similarities, I feel like this is important. These are and can be a great tool to help people. But by limiting the research, then our understanding just stays limited. So that was my deciding factor, to bring these facts to you and to show that there are possible medical benefits to having research on these and potentially using those to help people. And the research so far is looking good. I mean, I graduated this, but I feel like I wasn't taught the right stuff. Life is meant to be experienced and curiosity will get you there. Remember guys, there's always options to get help. And if you don't know where to turn, contact me and I'll point you in the right direction. See you next week. And like I said, it took me 8 months to make this simple little video, but there is a ton of information out there. Maps, I'll link all this in the description below, and the Hefner Research Institute, they do research primarily on psilocybin. Let me know what you guys think. Tell me if you think I'm off my rocker. Tell me what you feel about this. If it's a good idea, a bad idea. Let's get some comments going.